It's good I'm not in this movie because I don't think I would have remembered what I did last summer.
We are not gonna die today.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Today, I'm going to be reviewing I Know What You Did Last Summer, but before I get started, make sure to hit that like button as it is free to do so. I'm also going to read you a quick plot synopsis just so you know what the movie is about. A group of friends are terrorized by a stalker who knows about a gruesome incident from their past. So this is the fourth movie in this series, and it's directed by Jennifer Kaylan Robinson, who previously directed some Netflix movies, including Do Revenge, which I was a pretty big fan of, and now she has rebooted the I Know What You Did Last Summer franchise, and this is going to be her first theatrical release. And I went into this as not that big of a fan of this, series. I only just watched the first entry last month and I didn't think it was great. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I didn't really end up watching the other two because I heard they weren't great. And if you go into this movie, the third movie in this series is not canon to this story. Basically, if you want to go watch this new movie, you can go watch it without seeing, the first one or the second one. But I do recommend at least watching that first one. And if you do want to watch that second one, there is, some little Easter eggs because of that second one in that second movie. But I'd say the first movie is definitely a fun watch. So if you're going to go into this movie, at least watch the first movie because some original cast members are coming back into this one. And my initial thoughts of walking out of this movie are that I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun, which was basically, as I said, what I thought of the first movie. It's nothing great. It's not the best horror movie of the year. It's probably not even going to be, the top 5 horror movies of the year. It's, basically the same thing as the first movie. It doesn't really deviate too much from that original story. But, it's a reboot, kind of like the Scream movies. If you like the original cast coming back, you're going to have some fun with this one. If you like some pretty gory kills, you're going to have a blast with it. I do wish it was a little bit different from the original. So I hope if we do get a sequel, it deviates a little bit more story-wise. But overall, first thoughts, I pretty much liked it, but I didn't think it was great. For the good, I'm going to say the kills were pretty awesome. You got the fisherman coming back here. I don't think the fisherman is really that iconic of a killer because if you're going to talk about horror killers, the fisherman really isn't going to come up in your top 3 because this franchise isn't as popular as a lot of other franchises, but the fisherman does have some pretty good kills here. They got the hook and everything, so you got the gore and everything. You got some pretty good kills. I wish it was a little bit darker, but I still enjoyed what I got. You have a really good ensemble here because you have the 2 original cast members coming back, Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. I think that they were easily the best part of the original, and I'm so glad that they lived in that movie. I've always been a huge fan of Freddie Prinze Jr., of course, from the Scooby-Doo movies. I wish they did a reboot of those. I think that would be really awesome. But yeah, I like them here. I like what they did with the characters here. There are some interesting decisions that we'll get to in a minute. But I just love seeing Freddie Prinze Jr. on screen again. Jennifer Love Hewitt does a great job here. They kind of show up in the middle of the film and they're more prominent in the second half. I will say I think Freddie Prinze Jr. does have more screen time than Jennifer Love Hewitt, but they did both play a pretty interesting part into this reboot. You, of course, have Madeline Klein from Outer Banks in here. Really love to see her getting more work. I think she's one of the best parts of Outer Banks. Sue Wonders is also great here. She previously starred in Bodies, Bodies, Bodies and The Studio. She's a really fantastic actress. Then you got Tyreek Withers here. Kind of a newcomer for me. Never really seen him too much. Thought he was also pretty good. And of course, Jonah Howard King from the Little Mermaid film. A lot of great up and comers here. I really have no complaints. I think they all have some great charisma, great acting skills. So I really enjoyed the ensemble they put together here. The movie comes in at around an hour and 51 minutes, and I didn't really feel that the movie dragged at all. I liked the pacing. I thought it was really fast paced. It's a little messy in some parts that we'll get to in a second, but I didn't really feel bored at all during the movie. So I thought it had a nice runtime and a nice pace. Something that's not going to go in the good or bad category is going to be the ending because I like the ending, but I can see why a lot of people aren't going to like the ending. It does something really different. It's really a big twist. It's going to be really divisive for the, main fans of the original movies. But I myself, I thought it was really cool to see it do something like that, do like a big risk like that. So I really like the ending. Not going to get into any spoilers here, but it is, going to be a major plot point that people are going to be talking about. So if you don't want to see it, stay offline, but it's going to be really divisive. For the bad, I only have one really main thing, which is pretty big thing. It's the script. I really didn't think the script was all that. As I said, I liked the ending. I liked how it took a big risk. But besides that, it kind of just is, a rinse and repeat of the original movie. You have something happen at the beginning. Then 1 year later, they're like, I know what you did. It's kind of like the same thing. It really doesn't flip the script that much until the ending. So the script for me was pretty disappointing. I wish it was just a bit better, and I wish it went through a couple more rewrites. Overall, I enjoyed the reboot of I Know What You Did Last Summer, but I still think the original is a bit better, even if I didn't love it. I like the direction from Jennifer Kaylan Robinson, but I do wish the script was more fine-tuned because it wasn't as focused as I wanted it to be, but luckily the cast does a good enough job. The kills are also entertaining, so even though there are some missteps with this one, I still liked it and found it to be pretty fun. I'm going to give I Know What You Did Last Summer a 6 out of 10. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you do leave a like. It's free to do so and it does help me out a lot. Make sure you do stay tuned for the other videos coming next week, which are going to be the Smurfs review, an Eddington review, and then the Fantastic Four review coming next week. That's going to be it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.